Hi guys, we're back once again to answer a few really good questions you guys have tweeted in using the hashtag AskABlacksmith.
At Deadshot_Bflame asks, what is the most expensive or most valuable weapon you guys have made? And can you do a video showcasing the weapon?
I'd say the majority of the pieces that we make on the show are valued around $4,000 to $5,000 depending on the material, and it's usually the material that actually drives up the cost. For instance, the Ulfberg sword, we use about $1,000 just in the gold inlay on the pommel and the guard. But the most expensive piece that we've done on this show actually had nothing to do with the material. It was all based on time. And that's the Excalibur that you guys saw IIya spend hours upon hours engraving. Most detailed thing we've ever done on the show. That's probably around $15,000, even $20,000 if we had to do that sword again. At Callsign Zulu asks, what would be your advice to anyone thinking of building a small forge in their yard?
First of all, check with your fire department and homeowners association. Otherwise, you'll be in big trouble if either one of them drop in on you uninvited. Second of all, I wouldn't choose to build my own, and I would choose to buy one. Thankfully, there are quite a few available for fairly cheap. That way you already have a guaranteed working one, and then you can build your own from that as a blueprint.
In broader terms, when some people say forge, they mean the forge. Some people think of this as a forge.
Yeah.
If you're getting into blacksmithing, go on Google and see where your local blacksmith guild is. Whether you're in this country or any other country, there's almost always going to be a blacksmith guild within driving distance of you. So go there. There's always some old guys that have been doing this either professionally or for hobby that are just eager to share knowledge. Soak up that knowledge, move on from there. They'll be able to tell you how to build your own tools or where to purchase them.
Captain Dragon at Daniel Garcia U asks, exactly what is the order of the Leviathan?
A long time ago, I used to be an assistant editor for Pirates Magazine, and back then we decided to establish a group of people together who were basically pirate lords in the reenacting and like Renaissance Festival kind of community. So it's just an order of guys that really care a lot about the pirate realm. Mostly people who own businesses or craftsmen. That's, you know, like me, I make swords, I'm in the order. We elect a couple different members every other year, and I think at this point we're about at 30 members. We just elected a whole nother batch. So basically it's a lot of guys who like to go on the beach, drink some rum, have a good time. So here's another good one for you. At Bending Unit 23 asks, how do you avoid welding wire contaminating your pattern welded stacks? And what does it look like when that does happen?
Well, to answer the first half of your question is, when I weld my stack, I weld the wire at the corners of the billet and in the middle. So when I forge weld it and hot cut it, all the wire gets pushed to the ends of the billet, because if it's in the middle and the hot cut goes in the middle, you fold it, this becomes the end and this becomes the end, and you pull it out and there's no welding wire in the actual billet. Now, what happens when your billet is contaminated with welding wire? It kind of looks crappy. Very often, welding wire is low carbon steel or medium carbon steel. So when you etch your piece, your whole thing is beautiful dark, and then there's one spot that looks kind of like a stretched out booger. That's your welding wire, and it's pretty obnoxious to have that in a piece you spend hours on.
All right, IIya, one last one for you. At Red is Supreme asks, what do you do with the excess material removed by grinding or oxidized scale from forging?
Well, we throw it away for the following reason. It's very hard to control what is in that dust. Very often the same people who want to use that material grind brass in the same grinder, so your material gets contaminated with zinc, which is very poisonous if you burn it, or copper, which prevents welding and is also nasty. It all creates a mishmash that is either dangerous to your health or will definitely compromise your end result. So you will never, ever, ever get a really nice piece out of that recycled material.
You can reuse material used off the lathe or a span saw. That way you don't have much contaminating it. You know what you got if you already swept the floor clean. And we have done some of that in canister welds here and there, but grinding's not so much, and scale, not so much either.
Thank you for watching another round of Ask a Blacksmith. If you have any other questions concerning the procedures, the tools, or anything else that we do over here, tweet them out on Facebook or on Twitter using the hashtag AskABlacksmith.
Click here to subscribe, or click here to watch more episodes. Thanks for watching Man-at-Arms Reforged. We need to know what you want the guys to build, so tell us in the comments below what weapons you want to see next.